Brittany, listen to what I have to tell you.
What's happened?
Drake just proposed to me out of nowhere.
What? Really? I knew you guys had started to date and everything not too long ago, but he's already proposing to you? That's amazing.
I know, right? I figured he was going to sooner or later.
Well, congratulations. This must be really exciting for the both of you.
Thank you. It sure is. Drake said that he was trying for a long time to find the perfect time and place to propose to me. Luckily, it was on the day that we went to the flower gardens.
Aw, the flower gardens? That sounds like something he would do, though. I'm sure it was really nerve-wracking for him to have to pick the right time. He's also a very cautious guy, so to speak, so I'm sure he needed to take his time. He was exactly that way back when we were going to college, right?
Exactly. I have been waiting for this to happen forever now. I wanted to get married as soon as possible, so I don't think I was going to be able to wait any longer for him to make the move. Honestly, I was on the verge of proposing to him instead.
You would be the one to go out of the norm to pull something like that. But honestly, congrats on this. I'm so happy that the two of you will be getting married soon.
Really, though? And to be honest, I was always a bit worried that you would find someone and get married before I could. But it turns out I was able to find the most loving and caring guy who just so happens to want to marry me as well. I couldn't even imagine what it would have been like being around you if you found the right one before me.
But Drake is a pretty serious man. Ever since you guys started to date, he never showed any signs of losing interest in you or wanting to find someone else. Even if you guys never married, I couldn't imagine the two of you ever separating. You both were practically handcuffed to one another. There was really no way that the two of you weren't destined for marriage.
I guess so. Drake was also never the one to even try and look at other girls when we were together. He wouldn't even allow himself to hang out with other women even if they were just friends. And even if he ever does start to hang out with other girls or look at them in a certain way, I'll make it impossible for the other girls to take him away from me.
You're going to be a pretty strong and strict wife in the future for him, huh? But I think that will be the best for the two of you in the long run, and I'm sure he'll be thankful for it.
Well, if I don't stay ahead of the game, I don't know how else I'll be able to keep him with me. But with all respect to him, I don't think I'll ever be able to stay with him if he kept me on a leash.
That's right. So what are you guys planning to do for the wedding then? Any special places or themes? Of course you guys are going to have a wedding, right?
What? Wouldn't we? Well, if it's possible, I'd like to have the wedding this month, but I know it's probably far too soon to be able to find a place that will accept a reservation, but I'll probably want it to be at some beautiful garden somewhere, since I love flowers so much. I would also really like it if you could be the one to give the speech at the wedding. Maybe something really touching and cute.
Hold up. Don't you think you should have someone else do that? Maybe someone like a family member or something? And I feel like it's a little too early to decide on who will do what in the first place. You only just got proposed to today, right?
I know that, but you're my best friend. We share so many great memories together, and there isn't really anybody else that I'd want to ask to give the speech.
This is true. Well, either way, I'm happy with whatever you two decide to do. But are you really okay with me giving that speech for you guys? You have a bunch of people that you're really good friends with.
I do, but like I said, I want you to be the one to do it. You're my number one best friend, right?
Right. Hopefully I'm not coming off as rude. I'm truly happy about your decision. Thank you.
I'm the one that should really be thankful. I'm sure you'll be nervous giving the speech. But this is also great. I was a little worried about if you would turn me down or not.
There is no way I would turn down giving the speech at your wedding of all things, even if I do become a little nervous while preparing for it. Besides, there isn't anything more important at the moment to me.
That's absolutely right. But it is still a little soon, so I'll update you on all you need to do for the event later.
Okay. Thank you again. I look forward to celebrating your big day.
Thank you, thank you. How about we go and get a drink together one of these days? I'll even bring Drake along with me. It's been a while since you've seen him, right? I think it'll be nice for us all to have some drinks and maybe even plan some things for the wedding.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I've seen him. He seems to be very busy at work.
You sure got that right. It's already difficult as it is to get him to go out somewhere with me after he finishes work. But if I bring up the fact that you want to congratulate him, he won't be able to reject coming out to have a drink or two.
Just make sure it doesn't seem like you or I are forcing him to come.
I won't, I promise. When we decide on a date and place, I'll let you know.
Please do. I'm so excited to see you two.
All right, I'll text you later.
Okay, see ya.
Hey, Brittany. I know we just saw each other and everything, but I just wanted to ask if you heard me when I said that I was going to grab Drake and Mai's bill after we drink. I think it makes me look bad that you ended up paying for all our food and drink. I said we would split the cost, didn't I? Both Drake and I were surprised by what you did.
Hey, don't worry about it. Today was a celebration for you two after all. I wasn't going to let you guys pay for half of the check when you have an expensive wedding to plan for.
I get that you want it to be nice, but I don't want it to look like I have a money problem or something along those lines.
Hey, it's just that I'm so very happy for the two of you getting engaged. My best friend is finally getting married, so I thought paying the tab was the least I could do. Just let it be, okay?
Yeah, well, then next time, how's about I pay for you when we go out? Then we can be even.
But that would make my gift to you guys meaningless, right? And it had been a while since I was able to see Drake, so you could even consider it as a long-time no-see gift.
Right. Then I guess I'll just show my thanks in words. Thank you so much for the meal.
Not a problem. I'm grateful that I was able to see you two happy lovebirds in person. That is just enough for me.
What is with all this lovey-dovey talk? We still have a ways to go before your speech.
Ah, that's right. By the way, Drake seems to be very love-struck by you, huh? I could tell by all the cuddling he was doing with you at dinner and how nicely he always spoke of you. I wonder if he's all excited about you now that he got over the speed bump of proposing to you. Seems like something that would happen to him.
He has been so affectionate with me ever since that date. But I'm sure that'll all settle down after a while. Things will start getting pretty busy trying to get everything planned out for the wedding. We won't have the time to be flirting around with each other anymore, I feel. And besides, he'll also need to go for work still up until our special day.
I doubt that, but I'm just so excited for your guys' wedding. I can't hold it in. Also, by the way, are you guys going to fill out your marriage registration before or after the wedding?
I think we'll get it done before the wedding. Drake says he wants to get it done on our anniversary of when we started dating one another.
Wow, he's quite the romantic one, huh? But I think that will be a great way of remembering it. You guys will never forget the date.
That's right! To be real, though, any time would have worked fine with me. I feel that he's being a little too extra with it, but...
Well, sometimes I think it's fine to be a little bit extra when it comes to special dates.
Do you think that Drake is the only one being romantic here, then? I think it'll be easy to remember our wedding anniversary no matter what day it is on, but I would never try to say that directly to him.
Yeah, don't want to make him feel bad when he's having so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry. I just received a call from my family, so I better call them back before they start to get on me about it. I'll text you back in a bit.
I'm also sorry for talking to you for such a long time. Thank you again, though, for buying our dinner. Talk to you later.
Jasmine, I just received your guys' wedding invite in the mail. Thank you.
Oh, really? That was fast. We only just sent those out last week, but I'm glad to hear that it made it to you safely. Of course, I shouldn't have to be asking this, but you're going to be joining us, right?
Why wouldn't I? It's my best friend's wedding after all.
Ah, and about the speech that I wanted you to do at our wedding, do you still think you'll be able to do it? I know it's been a few months now since we last talked about it.
Absolutely. I'm not sure where to start. There's so many things that I want to talk about. I don't think that there will be enough time for everything. Do you think it'll be fine if the speech was, like, a little longer than expected?
That's not a problem. Just make sure you don't bring up anything weird about us, okay? You already know too much about all the awkward things that I've come to you about. Don't make that everyone else's story to tell, okay?
Huh? What things could you possibly not want me to say to everyone that attends? There's so many crazy things that have happened with us that I don't know which one you're talking about. Actually, I think everything we've done together has been pretty weird, so I might not be able to say anything.
Don't try to fool me. I'm being very serious about this. I don't want to have to end up storming out of the room due to being too embarrassed. Only talk about the heartwarming things that have happened between us.
It'll be okay. You don't have a thing to worry about. I only have good things to say about you after all.
I can't help but feel a little suspicious about that.
I'm being honest here. You're in very good hands. I don't know how many drafts of the speech I've gone through now. I'm getting frustrated because there really is too much that I want to talk about. All sorts of great stories that will make everyone happy.
Well, I'm sure whatever you talk about will be good enough for me, and I'm the person you're trying to please after all. We've already been friends for over 7 years, right? So I'm expecting there to be a lot of talking.
I think you're right. We've been going at it for 7 years now. And through that, I've looked after you at even your worst. Like when you've been blackout drunk and throwing up all over me. All sorts of fun has happened while we've been friends, right?
You say that like I haven't had to care for you when you're passed out drunk as well. We've both done quite a lot to take care of each other during our lowest moments.
Man, I still can't believe you're finally going to get married, though. Oh, it must be nice. For some reason, I feel like I'm your mom all of a sudden. I'm getting all worked up thinking about how soon you'll finally be getting married to Drake.
Stop that! Of course, there have been times where you act like you're my mom, but still, now is not the time for tears.
Oh my god, just imagining you standing with Drake up at the altar is starting to make me tear up for real.
Calm down! It's too early to start getting all dramatic. Please, save all your crying for the wedding, alright? At least then you won't be the only one crying.
I know. I'll stop now. By the way, the next time I'll most likely be seeing you will be on your wedding day, I think. Before the wedding day, I'm going to be pretty busy with work, so I probably can't see you before then.
Oh, really? Well, I guess I can't always expect you to be available. But I look forward to getting to see you there. I'll make sure to put the most amazing and incredible wedding for everyone to see.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I'll see you then. Good luck with any preparations you have left over.
Thank you, and see you there.
Hey, what the heck is going on? I heard that your wedding has already happened. Did I miss something?
Huh, what are you talking about?
I've seen what everyone has been posting on Instagram. They're posting pictures of you and Drake standing at the altar, congratulating you two and saying that your wedding happened yesterday. And on top of that, people have been messaging me asking why I wasn't at the wedding, saying that it's pretty rude not to show up to your best friend's wedding.
Ah, I know what you're talking about now. What you've been seeing and hearing is true. We had the most fantastic wedding yesterday.
Wait, what? What is going on?
I'm not trying to joke around with you here. What you've seen and read is 100% true. It just so happens that you didn't show up to it. Well, actually, the wedding invitation that I gave you, well, that was a fake. From the start, I had never really been planning on inviting you to my most special day.
What? Why wouldn't you invite me?
Are you asking because you really don't know what my reasoning was, or because you can't wrap your head around what's going on? Because either way, that's kind of hilarious.
Hey, please give me a clear explanation as to why you didn't invite me.
Oh, that's just too much work to have to explain all of that to you, to be honest. But I guess I'll buzz through it real quick. You've been saying you're my best friend for a pretty long time now, right? But really, I haven't truly thought of you the same way, as my best friend.
You can't be serious right now. Why not?
Because if someone as beautiful as me is seen with someone as ugly as you are, then my beauty starts to fade away, and it would only have been worse for me having you show up to my wedding acting like you're my best friend. So I was only ever your friend for your sake, not mine.
This is a joke, right? Whenever you'd say that we were best friends, that was all part of your facade?
Well, for the most part, yeah. But there were some times that I was actually enjoying myself while with you. But most of it was definitely just a face that I put on. You have to agree with me, though. You're moderately ugly, right? The school that I went to growing up was filled with cute girls, so I never really stood out. But meeting you, well, that helped me to see that you were just the perfect amount of ugly that I needed to help me look like a model and stand out to all the girls and guys. All I had to do was be a little nice to you and call you my best friend from time to time. That way you stuck around with me all throughout school and college and so on. Luckily, you're just so simple-minded that all of this actually worked and you never really saw my true colors.
You only took me as your friend because my looks helped you to look better than me? Is that what this has all been about?
Exactly. Like I just said. It's amazing that you're only now figuring out why I would invite you to come with me to all of those house parties and mixers. I had to always withstand the urge to laugh, just to hold on to my secret. Like, do you really think you would have been invited to any of those events if you weren't around me?
You're unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
But come on, you have to admit that being around me for this long has created some great memories for you, right? I was really hoping you would thank me for that at least.
What kind of good memories are you talking about?
You got to be around a gorgeous woman like me, and that helped you to make good friends with other people, right? Since I was so popular. If you were just by yourself, it'd be impossible for you to make any friends while we were in college. That's why I was kind enough to invite you to those parties and mixers. I didn't want to be the only one hanging out with all those people. Do you not take the memories of being around my beautiful self as good memories or something?
You think that I stuck around you because you were decent looking?
I guess I should have known someone like you wouldn't think of it like that. You actually went ahead and seriously thought of me as your best friend. So clearly you are a dumbass. But that's all on you. Nothing that I could have really helped you with. From now on, I don't really have any need to be around you, though.
I think I'm in the same boat. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. From here on, we are finished.
Yep, we are. To me, there is no importance in being your friend now that I'm married and need to start focusing on my family. Finally, it's time to part ways, and it feels like such a weight off my shoulders. I also want to start enjoying my happy and romantic marriage with Drake. Oh, and I'm sure an ugly lady like you will end up staying single for a long time. But that isn't something I need to care about.
You are the worst. Still can't believe that I was made to believe that you were my best friend all this time.
Is there still more stuff that you want to say to me or something? Because no matter how much someone as ugly as you has to say about me, I just do not care. Anyways, I have a honeymoon in the Bahamas to look forward to now. Good luck with your sad and meaningless life. Hey, Brittany. Have you been trying to mess with me or something?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And also, did you change your phone number? Because I had your number blocked ever since you told me that you faked having me as your friend, so I don't know how you were able to contact me all of a sudden.
Something like that doesn't matter at the moment. I want to know what your plan was by sending me your wedding invitation after not even seeing me for the past 2 years.
Ah, so that is what you're here for. Relax, I wouldn't send you a fake, not like some other jerk I know would.
That's not what I'm trying to ask either. I want to know how you ended up getting engaged with Andrew from college. Isn't he from the same year as Drake?
First of all, that isn't something you need to be concerned with. And second of all, that invitation is meant for Drake, not you. Drake and Andrew were in the same courses together, so they became really good friends.
Then how did you get with someone like Andrew of all people? There's no way in hell that someone of your sad appearance could have gotten engaged to him. I don't understand this.
Oh, so you're still worried about that of all things? That reminds me that I've been wanting to thank you if I ever got the chance to talk to you again.
What?
I want to thank you for calling me ugly. Because of that, I was able to go out with Andrew.
How the hell does that even happen?
Well, Andrew works for a cosmetics company, right? When I was told how ugly I really was, I put in a huge amount of effort working my butt off to do my makeup properly and with dieting.
How does that have anything to do with your relationship with Andrew?
When I was starting to get frustrated by everything I'd been trying to do, Andrew was the one to teach me of all the things I needed to focus on. I have Andrew to thank for everything he's done in helping me change my appearance and lifestyle.
You can't be serious. No matter how hard you try, you will always be ugly. As if someone like you could possibly become Andrew's wife. This is all too strange.
Do you really think so? Everyone around us always says that we match each other perfectly, but how about you take a look at this?
Wait, that's you in the picture?
Yes, it is. What do you think? Comparing it to the last time you saw me, I've changed quite a bit, haven't I?
This is Photoshop for sure. You couldn't have changed this much. Or maybe you finally decided to put in the money for plastic surgery.
I didn't do anything as crazy as that. I guess many people would think I did that, but you could say I just did a good job at changing my lifestyle for good.
What the hell? I still can't bring myself to believe that your ugly ass is going to marry a handsome guy like Andrew.
I'm sorry, but I'm just not as ugly as I once was. Oh, but that's right. You're probably getting really pissed at the fact that Andrew started dating me.
What?
You tried to ask him out at one point, right? But that ended up not working out for you, and actually you asked him 3 times in total, right? Desperate much?
What the hell? Wait, I bet you and Andrew are just faking your relationship with one another as a way to get revenge for what I did to you.
Hold on. Don't start getting the wrong idea here. I didn't decide to marry him just because he was someone you wanted to be with in the past. And this isn't some sort of payback either. I'm not that interested in you to make myself go that far.
I can't believe this one bit.
Also, Andrew has said he doesn't find himself particularly interested in those that think they're the best-looking person around. Someone like you, right? Well, actually, I think he told me that he hates those kind of people. Ah, and with that, he also isn't really fond of people that go around cheating with other people.
Wait, what? A cheater? What's he talking about?
I'm not going to give you the comfort of saying that I don't know, because I know exactly what he's talking about. You're having an affair right now, correct?
And what reason do you have to think something as crazy as that? I have never had a reason to do anything as immature as that.
Oh, is that really what's going on? Well then, I guess I must be mistaking you for somebody else I've been seeing. There is a person who looks exactly like you that has been going to an apartment building about every week with some random guy. Both Andrew and I have been watching it all happen, but you know.
Where have you been seeing all of this go down? Where? And have you been trying to figure out whether it has been me or not?
Like I said, I don't really care about what's going on with you anymore, so I don't have the need to look into who's really going to the apartment building. But if you must know where this has been happening, it's at the same apartment building that Andrew and I live in.
What? How could that be?
I'm telling you, it's the truth. Like that saying goes, it's a small world. It's funny to think that the place that you're always sneaking into with another guy is the same place that we're living at.
No, you're wrong. This is all a huge misunderstanding. But please don't speak a word of this to Drake.
Man, what should I do? I've been saying that I don't really have interest in your life now, but I'm still not really over all of the terrible stuff you did to me 2 years ago.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for what I did. Please don't do something that you might regret later.
You actually think that I'm going to listen to what you have to say?
Then what can I do to make you stay quiet? I know I treated you awfully in the past, but I don't deserve this.
Hey, you don't have to do anything for me.
Really?
Yeah, because no matter what you try and say or do for me, I will never ever be able to forget what you did. And I will absolutely never be able to forgive you. Also, I don't have any reason to let this happen to Drake, so I'll definitely have to tell him.
Why? I will literally do anything you ask. Just ask and I won't even question it.
You have to think about this a little. Look at this from my perspective. Do you really think that I, who have had to deal with someone that called them ugly and lied to them about being their friend for 7 years, would then go ahead and trust the same person to do anything I ask of them?
But just hear me out. We were really good friends back in the day, right? You would always call me your number one best friend.
But I am not calling you my number one best friend anymore, am I? Besides, the only one that thought we were best friends was me.
You're wrong. I totally thought of us as super good friends back then, too.
Did you really think that I'd forget the exact words that came from your mouth 2 years ago? You said you only accepted me as your friend because I was ugly enough to make you look good in comparison. You also said that I should have been thankful that you allowed me to be your friend, right?
That is not what I meant by that.
It's fine. You don't need to trouble yourself with trying to change what you did. You'll just keep putting in the effort for nothing.
Then what should I do to make this right? How am I supposed to live knowing that you now know about what I've been doing and that this will most likely lead to Drake and I getting divorced after you tell him?
Jeez, maybe you could just go and live with the guy that you've been sleeping with. How does that sound? Oh wait, that's also impossible. That guy's also married, right?
Wait, what? Stop, please. Do you know that for sure?
Huh? You didn't already know that? Right now, his wife is back at her folks' house getting prepared to have their first baby.
A baby? He would have told me this. He said he barely talks to his wife.
Ah, well then, I think he was just taking advantage of you for a little bit of fun while he has the chance and his wife is out of the house.
This is messed up. This is all just too crazy.
That may be true, but it's all the truth. What's even crazier is that the guy's wife and I went to the same cooking classes together. She was always talking about how they're trying for a baby. She just couldn't wait to become a mother.
Oh God. So this whole time I've been getting played by him?
Well, you could definitely put it that way. I feel so bad for Drake and that cheating man's wife. Those poor, poor things.
What? What are you thinking? I'm the one you should feel the most sad about. I'm the one that ended up getting used.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of your mouth? I think that both the wife of a man that decides to fool around with another woman right before she has a child and the husband of an idiotic wife who thinks it's all right to just go have an affair with another man should be the ones that I feel most sorry for.
Who are you calling idiotic wife?
The one who takes what was a really good marriage to an amazing man and just throws it away because she has the time to go see other men. That's who. If that doesn't seem like something idiotic to you, then please tell me what is.
I'm not the one in the wrong here. I was played.
Not in the wrong? You're saying that it's not your fault that the person you were fooling around with while you were married to Drake never told you that he was married to another woman?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say to you.
But are you also married to someone, and that someone is Drake? Don't you realize that you can't be having other relationships after you have married?
But still,
forget it. I don't want to listen to your excuses anymore. You aren't some character that everyone should feel bad for in this tragedy. From the start, you knew what you were getting yourself into, and you've always been some self-centered asshole. Going around calling people ugly and faking invitation letters to your wedding because you were never real friends with some people from the start, that's what your crappy personality is. And that is not someone that anyone should feel bad for.
Just wait.
Don't bother. I'm going to tell his wife about what happened. And luckily, I took some photos of the two of you when you entered their apartment. It'll probably come off as very straightforward and harsh at first, but I'd rather that than let her live on not knowing what her husband was doing.
Please don't do that. I know what I have already done is wrong, but I promise I will never go over to his place again.
No matter what you do, there's no stopping me now. And I don't care if you continue to have your little affairs. They don't affect me anyways.
Please don't. I'm truly sorry about everything I have done, ever. So please don't tell neither Drake or his wife about this.
I'm sorry. My finger just accidentally slipped and pushed the send button. I guess now Drake and the poor wife will see the photos of you entering the apartment. There's nothing I can do about it now.
What the hell? What have you done?
Don't get so upset. I told you that my finger just happened to slip is all. I said I'm sorry after all.
Do you think I can just forgive you for something like that?
Huh? Did you think that I was really apologizing to you? I was just sorry about the fact that two married people will have their lives destroyed because their significant others decided to go fool around with someone else.
Just stop it. You're going to ruin my life.
Stop whining. You're the one that has been screwing around all this time.
Oh, God. What should I do? Drake is calling me.
Well, you're going to need to answer him at some point. I'm sure he'll want to know what those photos are all about, right?
I can't bring myself to answer the calls. This is definitely going to turn into us getting divorced. I don't know what to do. Where to go?
That's right. What will you do? You have to end up paying a settlement in court for this as well. But you have the huge problem of being unemployed at the moment, right? Your life is going to be hell for sure.
This isn't something you should be finding entertaining. Isn't this all your fault?
Well, yes, it is actually, but I won't be taking any crap for any of it. So good luck trying to find a way to deal with all of this. Anyways, I have a ton of stuff I need to start working on in preparation for my wedding, so I guess see ya.
What? Wait! Please wait! Help me! Brittany!
After everything that happened, Jasmine and Drake separated by getting a divorce. And along with that, it seems that both Drake and the wife of the man that Jasmine was with filed for some sort of compensation money. Jasmine tried to fight the lawsuit by saying that she didn't know a thing about the other man's wife, but it looks like the poor wife decided to get her lawyer to go after Jasmine for the money. After the divorce, Jasmine wound up having to move back in with their parents on the promise that she would get out of their house after 3 months and then never contact them again. As for both Andrew and I, we were never really inconvenienced by Jasmine, so we were able to have our wedding with no setbacks. I also received a lot of compliments from my old school friends about how beautiful I've become. Well, I guess that's my happy ending. Bye! Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.